So, hi, welcome to MC the Accountant Shares. For today, I'm going to discuss to you about Introduction to Accounting. So this is like the start of all the accounting subjects or courses in the accountancy program, even with the other programs under the College of Business and Accountancy. So allow me to discuss this. This is just very short. This is an introduction. I am lifting my source from the book of Win Baliada, by the way. And then take note that these are not my outputs. These are not my main books. So I'm just explaining whatever already explained concepts by them. All right. So for the first paragraph that talks about the evolution of accounting, yes, that is very true. Together with other disciplines like medicine and law, accounting has also evolved. It has responded to the social and economic needs of society. Social in the sense that accounting is being used by every human being, every person in the society. For example, as student or students, if you or me or we will be given allowances by our parents, we have to allocate such to our needs as students with respect to our transportation, food, other things to be spent for the day or week or month, depending on the allowance that will be given to us. Okay, so even the allocation or simple allocation of allowance is accounting. We need to be accountable. When we say accountable, which is closely related to accounting, we need to be answerable to whatever responsibility that is given to us. If we are given the allowance by our parents, we are responsible to make sure that such will be allocated properly. And to make sure that we allocate such properly is a testament of being answerable to our parents. Same is true as accounting. So economic needs, when there's the word economic, we think of values, we think of pesos. That's why accounting is very close to economics as discipline. As business and society become more complex, there are also developments in accounting as a discipline. And without such information, many complex economic developments and social programs may never have been undertaken. That's very true. So without the needs growing, there wouldn't be developments along the way. So without those growing needs or demands, resulting also to problems on different occasions, so we'll not be able to make the necessary programs to answer to such. For the second paragraph, it talks about market economy. So in a market, there are buyers and sellers. On the parts of the buyers who are the decision makers normally, even also the sellers, they have to decide for the buyers whether they are really buying the best product based on the resources available. The resources will be their monies available. The sellers that they're able to provide the best services of quality services with the right price. So in a market economy, we need the best information that we can obtain in order for us to make sure that the scarce resources are allocated. Now, allocation of scarce resources is a matter of discussion in economic subject, which is very true. For us to properly allocate, we need to be able to make a report. And how is that done? That is through accounting. Accounting helps us make the necessary report to be able to show the proper allocation of resources. And when decision makers are able to make well-informed decisions, this results to proper allocation and the needs and goals are better met. Now, for the third paragraph, okay, so accounting is relevant in all walks of life. That's very true. Again, whether you are a student or a graduate, whether you are a professional, you have already graduated, you have the license from Professional Regulations Commission or PRC, just like CPAs, teachers, engineers, doctors, lawyers, or even the non-professionals, even those who did not finish college, they or we make use of accounting. It's absolutely essential in the world of business. That's the reason that accounting is called the language of business. But before going there, even on personal level, again, going back to the student, allocating properly the salaries, going back to our parents, allocating also the salaries. So students allocating the allowances coming from the salaries of their parents and so on. So even the little persons, I would say, providing perhaps little contributions to the economy, they also need accounting. They also have to make use of the concepts or disciplines. And that's why we can say that accounting is not really something that we do not know of. It is already of something that we applied already without us knowing such. Then accounting is a system. That's very true. If we talk about a system, we have the IPO, input, process, and output. So input would be the activities in the business. There's an emphasis on business because, again, accounting is a language of business. For us to be able to communicate properly in the business world, accounting is much needed. So this is on the sense of accounting, because accounting is for business. The activities for the business, the processes, and the outputs would be the reports that will be communicated to different or various users. So accounting makes the communication quantifiable. It quantifies. It assigns monetary values. And in that way, it is easier for us to analyze. However, we will learn later on that as we progress to different accounting subjects. And in real life, really, there are also the so-called non-quantifiable items. But then for accounting, we deal with financial matters. So quantifiable matters. All right. So if we have the language for communication like English in the business world, we also need, yeah, it's still in English, but it's in accounting discipline. That's why there is a jargon. We would say that's the parlance in the accounting world. Okay, so that's why we would also say that accounting is a very conceptual discipline. So we need to be able to know the concepts for us to be able also to apply them properly to different situations. And on the last paragraph, this talks about having no much or less even knowledge in accounting, or not having good working knowledge in accounting, then no business could operate very long. Yes, because how can you properly manage the scarce resources of the business so that the business would become profitable, knowing that profit is the main objective in a business, and so that it could earn and could spend properly. And we have to make sure that the spending also will result to more benefits. That's one thing in business. When we spend, we get to know, we want to know how much do we get back in return, even if that is just an estimate. So accountants provides this information for accounting, and accountants can be called the scorekeepers of business. So it shows, or they would show, the performance and position of the business. So how much did it gain? How much did it lose? Hopefully not, because we want the business to be successful. And without accounting, a business couldn't function optimally. If you say optimally, we want that we are going to be able to maximize the resources of the business to produce the maximum or optimal benefits. So the highest benefits, perhaps with the least costs and resources consumed. So we wouldn't know where it stands, where it makes a profit or not. That's very true. And we wouldn't know also the financial situation. And we need sound understanding of accounting so that we will be able to have better management of financial aspects of living. It's here. As explained, better knowledge of accounting would result to better management of personal lives as well as for the business. And also, even as what I've repeated a lot of times, for personal perspectives like personal financial planning, education, car amortization, business loans, income taxes, and investments. So all those items, all those things wherein we decide financially, they're also based on the information system that we call accounting. There's input, there's an activity, and we process that so that it will result to the information that we wanted to. All right. So this ends the introduction to accounting. Hopefully you have highlighted or you have underscored what accounting is all about. Like it's a discipline personally and professionally, and it's the language of business. And with that, thank you very much for listening. And hopefully, I'll see you next time for another session. Bye for now.